Hey, Kristy, Dennis Feidner, CFO on the go. Hey, so quick tour here, cover a couple of the items you had on your list, just kind of give you some ideas of what we could look at tomorrow. So, I understand you're using QuickBooks. I was going to show you some huge differences between Sage 100 and QuickBooks, kind of highlights here. So, just make this assumption. Anything you can do in QuickBooks, we can do. We can bill. We can actually bill better, obviously. Payroll, including certified payrolls, union reporting, workers' comp reports. Um, Project management is where we really add the strength, and that's what I want to spend some time on. But accounts payable, same thing. We write checks. We can do electronic checks if you want to do ACH. In addition, we track all insurance on your subcontractors, so you won't pay somebody that doesn't have insurance. All tracked within the system. But here's where we add a lot of value. So I'm on a tab, and there's some tabs up the top here. So if I'm in AP, I'm on this screen. If I'm in project management, I'm on this screen. So this is where we manage projects, purchase orders, subcontracts, change orders. Uh, Not sure how much you get into RFIs, submittals, transmittals. I'm going to show you some cost reports here in a little bit. If you use subcontractors, our subcontract audit. But there's a lot of things going on here, and the big difference between this and QuickBooks can be displayed probably the best by just going one place here. Give me a second for a job number. Doesn't make any difference what goes in here, just names and addresses and what have you. But each project that you start, you can track in 6 different levels. And so as you're bidding you can get reports on jobs that are still outstanding, maybe jobs you bid and then were refused, so you can start tracking your estimating win and loss rate. Uh, Contract most people don't use. They usually move it right to current. So these are jobs that are currently being worked on. Completed, real simply, is we're done working out there. I don't really want to charge anything else to it. Uh, and closes when I get that final retention check or final check. I close it. In addition, your work is probably pretty varied. These are all customizable by you, so you could have residential projects, commercial projects. You could have custom homes versus tract homes. You can have single story versus 2 story. I don't know your business. You know better than I do, but you now be able to get financial reports based on that as well. Uh, Lots of ways to slice and dice it. Within that contract, this is unlimited actually. I just shows 20 here, but all of the contacts, their email addresses, phone numbers, so you have all that in one place. Another way to cut that financial information up in little pieces is who estimated it, who was the project manager, so I can do it that way. But here's what you get, and I'm going to go down the bottom left here, Kristy. If I want to look at the budget for this job, this is the budget. Hours I budgeted, material I budgeted, subcontractor budget. That's the budget. If I want to see all the purchase orders I have, these are the purchase orders. And you know what? I don't remember this one here, so I want to go look at it. That's the actual purchase order that I wrote to this Mead Clark. These are the items I ordered, the quantity they ordered, and the prices, and where I wanted to charge them to on the job. Um, so there's that. The subcontracts, I don't know if you used that many, but if you had them, same thing. Here's all my change orders on this job. Again, double click, drill back. Uh, what have I invoiced on this job? Here's all my invoices. Whoops, missed the X there. What have I been paid on this job? Here's all the payments I've got on this job. And again, always the ability to drill back to the source transaction. So I'm not doing that just to save time here. But so if I'm on one project, anything I really need to know about is right here on this one screen. And that's the part that people that move from QuickBooks like, because they're not bouncing in and out of accounts receivable. They're not going into purchasing, not going into either Excel or Access for their change orders because we're doing it all in one place type thing. Hang on, there was something I really wanted to show you. Hang on a second. I'm going to give you just a thought here. And again, when we sit down with you, I've got uh, uh, 16 consultants. I got a couple in Orange County that would be working with you. Um, they'll sit down with you and they're going to help you decide the best way to set this up based on your business and how you do things today. And hopefully we can improve upon them. I want you to put in here the task of work your guys do. You know, that could be remove windows, haul windows off, um, load the truck. I don't know how finite you get down to. Um, Install windows, trim out windows. But those tasks that you have to do to get those windows installed, that's what's going to go in these cost codes. Somewhere, somehow, you had a budget to do those individual items of work, and you had a number that you had to do. So in this case, uh, I like stupid examples, so we'll just do this top one. Let's just say this is remove windows. You had a budget of $2,058. You had 24 windows to remove, but somehow, some way, you found out how to spend $3,200, and we only have 23 of them removed. I can tell you that you estimated $86 a unit. It's costing you $138 a unit, and Kristy, you can read the columns going across here, but great financial information as the job's going, and really important as a job ends, because if I have a job similar to this, I can now have my estimator look in here and say, hey, this is what you were thinking when you did it, but this is what we actually spent to do it. And so he's got some feedback to maybe tweak his estimates a little bit better. So that is a really nice one. If you track man hours, here's one that does similar to what I just looked at, but it just looks at the items of work, the hours you budgeted, hours to date, and then hours to complete, and then if you're going to be over or under those hours. So we have that. So as you can see, full project management. Payroll includes full payroll. The nice part compared to QuickBooks is when you pay Joe $20 in QuickBooks, you're only seeing that $20 hit that project. In Sage 100, you're going to see the $20 plus all of the other fringes, is FICA, is FUTA, is SUTA. If you have health insurance, 401k match, go on down the list of all of the other burdens you could potentially have, workers' comp. All of those will hit the job as well, which is the correct way to do it, because you're estimating it with the burden, and now we're actually charging that same burden to the projects. And full certified payrolls as well. I'm not going to open it up, but in payroll, and let's see if I think it's under here. I get confused once in a while. It must be under payroll management. There's a button here that says HR forms. There's about 70 different forms. The size of your company is probably going to become very useful. When you get over 50 employees, tracking drug testing policies, non-compete deals, COBRA announcement, COBRA follow-up, drug testing policy, all that, and you can make handbooks in it. All the documents are in Word, so you can edit them, and just pick the employee, and it'll put his name in on those documents, and allow you to print that. Full payroll reporting, 941s, W-2s. If I go into state tax reports, hang on a second, and I go, let's just do local tax report. That's not the one I want. Hang on a second. Let's do California real quick here. That's just California report. But there's another one that does, and I'm missing the button here, so hang on a second. It must be down here. One more. Here it is. State forms. So if I put in California here, which obviously we are in, it's going to print that DE34, the DE88, and the DE9. A lot of systems don't have that, so we do those all as well. They're all part of the system. And as new ones come out, they're added to the system so that you always have the most updated versions of the deal. Inventory, just real quick so you can think about it. You have the ability to have as many locations as you want, so you may bring everything into a warehouse. Maybe then you'll remove it from a warehouse to go to Fab Shop to have something done to it, so you want to show the inventory there. As it leaves, again, these are all choices. As it leaves the shop or the warehouse, you may want to load it onto a specific truck, or on a large project, maybe you're doing a multifamily, and you have trailers on site or storage area on site. You may just want to move it to that job site so that it's stored out there and you know what's there. And then it's just a matter of recording a inventory allocation to remove it from the job or remove it from his truck and charge it to the project. Anyway, we'll get into more tomorrow, but this is kind of food for thought. So we do progress billings. We do T&M billings if you get into cost plus work on any of your commercial projects. Full inventory. I don't know how much you would use our work order dispatching, but it's meant for jobs that are very short in duration. a day or less, maybe 2 days, where you're just dispatching a couple guys out to do a project. It's just a real quick job. That may come in for use to you as well. Anyway, hey, Kristy, take a look at this. I hope it makes sense to you, and then we'll touch base tomorrow at some point. Again, my name's Dennis. Phone number here in Temecula is 951-699-6900. Thanks.